Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Christmas event is here. That is the cathedral's Christmas, lasting for 2 weeks. Ah yes, Christmas in the midsummer. And introducing to Christmas student, Serina Christmas, and Hanae Christmas. On this event, you can farm these artifact, wolf's eggs and eel. Sure, the bottom stages are the one you should go for, since it has very small chance to drop the highest tier of artifact. Just like the usual event, the feature on this are event shop and gacha box. For the shop, take some of necessary item to save your time and AP, the other are optional. For the shop A, it will cost you 4,405 Christmas sock, and shop B will cost you 6,575 candy cane. While for the gacha box, in here, you can get regular Serina and Hanae's elf. Sure, you have to take it, even though you don't need it, unless if you haven't maximized their stars. Both are perfect free healer that you can get, so make sure you build them, and maximize their stars as well. Without spending a ligma, of course. Anyway, all the item on gacha box are very important, so, takes all I guess. While for gacha shop, I don't think it's necessary to take Mashiro's elf since she exactly no use for now. Which mean you can skip the elf, and take some of those items instead. Let's moving on into the Christmas student. These are not limited, if you asking when limited student will appear. It was right exact after this banner is ended. Or 2 weeks away from this event. Let's discuss the first Christmas student, Serina Christmas. She is now appear as striker supporter with piercing as her attack type, and special as her defense. Moving into her X skill, she increase critical damage of all allies within range, and apply a stack called Holy Blessing. The stack can increase piercing damage bonus per each, and it can be stacked up to 15 stacks. The piercing damage bonus that she applied will goes up depending how much stacks the student has. However, it's impossible to reaching maximum stacks by her X skill alone. And that's why Hanae Christmas also released as well, and she can apply the same stacks as Serina Christmas. Which mean, both Christmas students are sharing the same stacks to provide better support and healing. Since the piercing damage bonus add very low amount per each stacks, it barely noticeable until reaching 10 stacks or max. Her buff are surely did good if there are more than one piercing dealer. Her basic skill, increase critical damage to all allies within range, only activated after she did 21 basic attack. The critical damage buff are dependable what kind of gift she give her allies. The better gift are the bear, you can notice how good it is. Speaking of time, it took a minute for her to cast basic skill, and that is really long to cast. Her enhanced skill and sub-skill are survivability focused. These are great to keep her alive as long as possible. So, will Serina Christmas will be useful for your team? After knowing her ability to increase critical damage and piercing damage bonus? The answer is quite complicated. If you're into Cheese Torment, then yes, she will. Other than that, will not doing anything. For the build, if you want her as critical damage supporter because you're Acolas, then increase these two first. However, keep in mind that she is striker, which not quite easy as using Akko as supporter. And increase these two skill, only if you're into Cheese Torment, if not, then don't. For pulling her banner, it's best to avoid since limited and meter student will coming within 2 weeks after this. Moving into the other Christmas student, Hanae Christmas. Appear as healer just like regular, but that second equipment get a bag, which mean more defense for striker. Her X skill, applied continuous HP recovery to all allies within range, and give them 1 blessing stack. Her HP recovery will improve depend on how much the holy blessing the ally has. To be fair, Her HP recovery is surprisingly very low, but has long duration. And that's not an excuse from her bad HP recovery. Her basic skill, applied increase incoming HP recovery buff to 1 ally. Which mean, more HP recovery for that student if there's any. Her enhanced skill, both are increase healing. It sure as can improve her HP recovery. The sub skill, increase critical damage. Sure that skill good for passive buff. So, will Hanae Christmas make a no, just use the other available healer other than this. Skip and that's all.